Hey, it's Kyle here, and today I'll be talking about the recent documentary on Disney Plus, Light and Magic. I really love this exploration of industrial light magic. Obviously, as a big Star Wars fan, but I think most movie fans in general have heard of industrial light and magic. I think a lot of serious movie fans know a decent amount with this company because it's one of the more iconic companies in relation to movies that is out there. But I think even casual fans have even heard that name if they didn't really know exactly what it was or what its background was. Being a big Star Wars fan, I kind of knew a lot of the basic background stuff that was, a company started by George Lucas basically to make the special effects that he wanted to do on the Star Wars films possible, and then it quickly grew into the leading special effects company and really groundbreaking in a lot of ways, working on movies like E.T., Jurassic Park, T2, present day, a lot of the Marvel movies, stuff like that. All the Disney TV series and stuff like that. The Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, Book of Boba Fett, all that type of stuff. And there was even like a few little historical trivia tidbits I knew about the company, like that Pixar was initially a division within Industrial Light and Magic, and it kind of branched off and became its own thing, and then went into making movies like Toy Story and stuff like that. But I didn't really know much about the individuals involved and more the human side of the story, and that's what I really loved about this documentary. So first off, I should say it's 6 episodes. Each episode's around an hour or so. And it's very entertaining. I wouldn't say it's one of those things, even if you're not into Star Wars and stuff like that, I think you can still really enjoy this documentary. If you're into movies, if you're into creative stuff, if you're into the arts, I think you'll really love this documentary, because that's what a big part of this documentary is exploring, is how these very artistic, creative people made all these groundbreaking strides in special effects. My favorite part of this series was probably the first 3 or 4 episodes that focuses more on the practical special effects, groundbreaking strides that Industrial Light and Magic made. The second half of the series, excuse me, my allergies are killing me, so I apologize if I keep on clearing my throat. The second part of the series kind of focuses more on the kind of computer CGI groundbreaking strides they made. And that part's still interesting. I just found the practical special effects part more interesting. In that aspect, they're presenting like, George Lucas wanted to do this in one of the Star Wars movies, or we were trying to figure out how to do this in E.T., and they could actually walk you through the practical process of like, this is how we made this ship model look like it was moving in such realistic ways, and it's just as practical and something you could see with your own eyes, even though it's something that's probably beyond your skill set. You could kind of better understand how they did it and the kind of the trickery and magic behind it to make this cool special effect come alive on the screen. Whereas where they get into the CGI stuff, which is still amazingly cool and looks awesome, it's more like we were working on Jurassic Park and we need to figure out how to make a T-Rex run. So this is how we coded it. And if you're not into computers and you're not into coding, like for example me, I'm not into coding, that stuff still is insanely impressive, but you're not able to wrap your head around it as much. So in some ways you're not able to understand it as well, even though they're explaining it to you. But still very fascinating. So I really enjoyed like seeing how the practical special effects actually were done and kind of the unique ways they figured out to do it. In a lot of cases, very simple ways to solve complex problems that you just had to kind of think outside the box. And I think that's the interesting thing about this. For a lot of these, especially early ones for Star Wars and some other movies like E.T., there were no other companies really doing this, and there were really no other individuals. So it wasn't like they had knowledge to fall back on. They just had to kind of figure it out on their own. There was a lot of trial and error, and that was really cool. I really enjoyed the exploration of the people involved, especially in the early era of the companies, all the various backgrounds they had, how artistic they are. And again, special effects companies really weren't a thing back then. So all these people were kind of figuring out, what does this mean and how do we do this? So if you really enjoy like exploring the artistic side of movies and stuff like that, I think a lot of times people don't really think of special effects as being artistic, but they are. I think this series will kind of really open your eyes to the creativity that goes into it. I know it did for me. I think usually when you think of special effects, you think of more people just into like tech and stuff like this, and it really reinforces even the people that are doing CGI on computers. At their heart, they're artists, and it's a really cool series. Highly recommend it. Again, I apologize for me constantly clearing my throat and stuff. My allergies are just killing me this week, so I apologize for that negative aspect of this video. But I hope, in spite of that, you'll still give this video a thumbs up, like it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate the support. Again, hope you enjoy this video. See you the next time, and may the force be with you.